Spartans have their work cut out for them today, no doubt about it.
Yep. I think both teams have kind of, like they said, had this pegged on their calendars.
Everyone. Welcome to the Wawbisa Softball Complex, Rock Valley Conference softball
Public
today.
address announcer John Wells.
Leading off for Beloit Turner, center fielder, number 3, Maya Hill Brown.
Maya Hill Brown facing Maya Hovland. And we are underway.
So first pitch, a ball, low and outside. We get a little screened here. We are behind,
Yes,
right
we
behind
are.
the umpire, so we pretty much don't see the plate. Again, we don't have to from where we're at. We'll just trust his calls, and that's a strike.
Yep. Caught the outside corner. Again, I'm going to be a little short on stats here tonight. I use WIS Sports for all my stats, and I was talking with Coach before the start of the game, and so sorry I won't be having as many stats for Beloit Turner as I will for the hometown Spartans, but we'll do the best we can. 2-1 on Brown.
So Maya Hill Brown, leadoff batter for Turner. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Hasn't got the
It's a
bat off her
strike.
shoulder yet, John.
2-2. Kind of got the high strike on that one.
Yep.
Even at 2. Just underway here in McFarland. It's going to go outside, going to work the count full.
One thing you don't want to do, give anybody no freebies, John, in softball, especially not in a big game like this.
Well, plus that catcher's throwing on steals into the wind, and that's a factor. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout.
And
Third baseman, number 1, Trinity Fry.
good start for Hovland.
Boy, that's it's like a sandstorm coming at us here.
Yes.
Man, one night we got heat on in here. Now we've got a sandstorm. So this is Trinity Fry, third baseman. A lot of these names are familiar from Turner. They've been playing for a few years. You've got a few four-year players, four-year starters out there for the Trojans.
For your starters, and like we were mentioning ahead of time, John, calling basketball games this past year, a lot of these gals were on the Turner Hoop squad for quite a few years.
And that's fouled back into the screen. So 1-1 to Trinity Fry.
Yep.
For the Spartans, Haley Redders is at third, Karis Rogers at short, Aaron Eggers at second, Megan Jansen at first. Morgan Richter doing the catching, Maya Hovland pitching. In the outfield left to right is Kenzie Beam, KJ LaFave, and Lizzie Fortune. Oh, nice pitch. Took a little bit off that one.
Beautiful change.
1-2.
Fry's going to be attending, I talked with a coach, Rock Valley Community College in Rockford, Illinois next year.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back, right back at us.
Did you flinch on that, John?
I did, but Jeanette Egner did not. She's right back. She's right in front of us here. So
I will admit I flinched.
1-2 the count, 1 out.
Showing I'm still alive. I still have some reactions left in my body.
Here's the pitch.
Oof, close.
Just a little bit outside.
Yep.
Even at 2. Again, it's Tuesday, May 1st, 2018. First time I've said 2018 on a broadcast. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. So 2 up, 2 strikeouts for Maya Hovland.
And
The pitcher, number 8, Kaylin Packard.
miss everything.
Yeah,
John?
probably.
Leading hitter. And she will be facing Maya Hovland on the mound, and those two are both going to University of Missouri, Kansas City. They will be teammates next year.
Darned.
Yep, I just found that out. Is that an interesting fact, huh?
Jammed
Battling
on
back
that
and
foul
forth for
ball.
4 years here in the Rock Valley Conference, and then
You
both
gotta
of them
love that.
attending. Yep,
That's great.
they will become teammates down there. So,
Story of the game right
Yep.
there. That's good.
University,
Even at 1.
University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Even at 1, 2 outs. Oh, strike
Beautiful change. I won't be singing Kansas City, here we come. For Hovland and Packard. Getting on the train to Kansas City.
So 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here in the top of the first.
Oof, did she go?
She held off on that one. Thought about it. That was a ball, so 2-2.
Yep.
2-2, 2 outs.
And that had some pace on it, too.
Nice day for a game.
Boy, it's beautiful. What would we say? Probably upper 60s, John?
About 30 degrees warmer than some of the games. It's going to sail outside, so now it's a full count.
Be a little careful with this one, because I can tell you Packard has, I don't have the exact stats, but in some of the box scores I've seen, she's launched some.
Second batter for Turner to work a full count. Strike
Beautiful
3.
pitch, and K's the side.
So 3 up, 3 down for the Trojans in their half of the first inning.
Boy, John, with me being Bill the Big K Cather, boy, she went. Maybe after this inning I should be Bill the KKK Cather, huh?
Yeah, the other night, 12 in a row.
Did she?
Strikeouts.
Yeah.
But of course, Kaylin Packard.
Oh, she had 19
out of 21
strikeouts out of 21,
against,
yeah, a couple games ago.
Against the Eagles of Jefferson.
Yep. Yeah, this
That's
could be
a pretty impressive performance.
Yeah, I'd say so. This could be a pretty fast-moving game, John. You know,
it has that potential.
Yes,
for sure.
it does. John, you gonna get some people down to the concession stand here?
Yeah, recently voted second best in the Rock Valley Conference.
Well,
so
then you should make an announcement right here and see if we can get some of these people down there for.
It's not a concession.
What are they?
It's kind of a concession shack down there.
Wasn't that because we had? Wasn't it we ran that surf and turf special? Wasn't it for one of the ball games?
That's right.
You know, lobster and a little sirloin, wasn't it?
And that lobster
Half a
flown
tail
in
and
fresh just for that game. And yeah, the concession stand voted second best in the Rock Valley. Unfortunately, restrooms 9 out of 10. One of the schools does not have restrooms at their
so we got
facility.
Bumped above them.
So
oh,
9 out of 10. That's not bad.
Yeah. And John, we always have fun because we never know. This could well be our last broadcast at any time. We could easily be taken off the air.
That's how we approach every one of them.
You're right. Got to have some fun.
It's like last year we got so many emails after that football game when we said Andrew Day was up in the it was so warm in the press box. Andrew was up there with his shirt off. And we got so many emails, people wanting proof. I'm like, well, we'll have to wait till next football season. I don't think we can get Andrew on here today.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
so.
Our cameras
either.
are scattered throughout. So.
Yep.
Leading off for the Spartans, the third baseman, number 3, Haley Redders.
Batting .462 on the year, an on-base percentage of .576. So great in the leadoff spot here, and maybe even expect her to lay down a little bunt, John, and try and beat it out with her speed.
She homered on Saturday, and
Yep.
last week hit a line shot back up the middle, hit the Bigfoot pitcher right in the head.
Ouch.
And the ball caromed right to the first baseman. So look at how they've got Haley here. Interesting.
Yep, they're playing in.
Interesting
alignment, huh?
set, swing and a miss.
That second baseman's right in line with a straight line between the pitcher and first base bag, huh?
Good thing she's got a mask on out there. I mean, you're up pretty close. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Whoa.
Boy, that ball had movement on it, too.
Packard can bring it, and that ball's moving all over. So 1-1.
What do we call that, a brush back?
And you're seeing two of the finest pitchers, certainly in this region. So 1-1 to count. Swing and a miss.
Took a little off that.
1-2.
Yep, I think we're in for a pitcher's duel, John. One run could determine this.
Well, and the other key is you get runners, you got to run the base as well. So, so 1-2. Called strike, so We've had 4 batters in the game so far. All 4 have gone down on strikes.
Yep.
Pitcher, number 11, Maya Hovland.
Maya Hovland batting .536 on the year, .552 on base percentage. 4 home runs, John.
Boy, and she's hit some rockets.
Yep.
She hit one that almost went into one of the yards there over those trees in left center. Yeah, it was one of the hardest hit balls I've seen here at this softball field.
Yeah, it was last week. Weren't there 6 home runs in that game?
Yeah, that was, hers wasn't even affected by the wind. It was just a shot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's foul. So 1-1. So John Wells, Bill Cather here tonight for our one and only softball game, I believe.
Yep.
Already working on that schedule.
we
Next year doing a track meet.
John, you better mention our assistant, too, because we couldn't do it without our timekeeper here tonight.
Paul Ackley on the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah. Nobody does it better, right?
That's inside.
That'd be a good title for a song, right? Nobody does it better.
So 2-1 to Maya Hovland, 1 out.
Nobody does it better.
Who's going to hit
than
the first
Ackley.
ball in play here?
Yep.
Inside, 3-1. Pitcher against pitcher.
Boy, once in a while, I'm even with glasses on, losing a little sight here with that dust, huh, John? That is.
Yeah, you got to hit it hard to get it out of here today, at least.
I don't know if our crew got out here to water it down earlier today, and did they? Excellent. Ooh,
Swing
tough
and a miss,
pitch.
down at the knees. Yeah, they had the field lined by
Did they?
7
Yeah.
a.m. this morning. So.
I'll tell you
And
what.
we didn't get as much rain. We thought we'd get a little more rain today, but
All of our facilities here in McFarland are in A shape, well manicured and taken care of. A lot of pride. Woof.
oh,
That was a tough call.
I had her going to first on a walk, but it's a strikeout, so 2 outs. Shortstop, number 7, Karis Rogers. Wow.
I don't have my computer here to check and see if we could be setting some kind of record here for Ks to start a game.
Yeah.
Pretty unusual, especially because you got your best hitters at the top of your lineups.
Who's going to hit the first ball in play?
Yep.
That is the question. There it is.
There we go.
Base
I
hit
guess you just
Karis
had
Rogers.
Karis Rogers she came in batting .323 and 400 on base percentage, so that just got upped.
Drove her to right field, so first hit of the game. Catcher, number 5, Morgan Richter.
Morgan Richter batting .310 on the year. 1 home run, .355 on base percentage.
Swing and a miss. Karis Rogers, thanks to her single, runner on at first base, 2 outs, 0-1 the count now to the catcher, Morgan Richter. And hits it to the right side, scooped up, 4-3, 3rd out. Spartan half of the inning is over. For the Spartans in their half of the first inning, no runs. 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. After 1, no score.
Little softball history here. The WIAA began sponsoring a softball tournament in 1976. First state tournament was held in Madison, and Madison West won the first championship by defeating Elmwood 27-8 in the title contest. And actually, in that first year, 1976, Madison West girls also won the first state girls basketball championship in 1976. I know because I'm a Regent. Madison West alum. Waukesha became the site of the state tournament in 1977. Tournament was held in that location the next 25 years. Championship moved back to Madison and has been held at the UW's Goodman Diamond since 2002. There was only 1 class of competition in the first 3 years of the tournament, but there was an A and a B division in 79 and 80, and C division was added in 81. And obviously in 2002, terminology changed, so now you have divisions. And they've now expanded up to 4 divisions. So.
And you were a grad of Madison West.
Oh, yeah.
Believe, right?
Yep, like I said. However, I was already a distant alum by 76. By 10 years, I was a 66 graduate. Yep, I'm bringing 69 years of experience to this telecast here tonight. It's a grandpa broadcast here tonight, John.
Leading off, top of the second inning for the Trojans, the catcher, number 2, Olivia Mickelson.
Another basketball player.
And again, a familiar name here in the softball world. Here's Maya Hovland's pitch, called strike. And I believe all of our camera angles tonight coming from the outfield. We don't have the luxury of a monitor like we do for football, but
no,
that's okay. Oh, took a little one
Boy,
off that one.
As they say, she pulls the string on that, right? Boy, I'm just loaded with all this terminology.
Just got to mix it up. You got to mix that one up. You don't want to do it too much.
Nope.
So here's the 0-2 to Mickelson.
Got it right on the corner. And, boy, we could be witnessing history here, huh?
First baseman, number 12, McKenna Phobes. So 1 out here in the top of the second inning.
Got to be careful.
That one's a little high, so ball 1.
I'm going to have to hold this paper up over my mouth that time. I'm starting to bite some little dirt chunks.
Need those wind
flying
streams
in here. Yep.
It's windy enough blowing rocks back in
Yep.
here, so. Got the corner, 1-1. 1-1, 1 out here, top of the second inning, May 1st, 2018. Fouled back, so that'll go to 1-2.
Phobes, also a basketball player for the Turner Trojans this past year. The reason I know that is because I am your girls basketball announcer, so a lot of these girls' names are familiar to me.
Oh, foul ball. Phobes waited on that one and almost snuck it by Haley Redders at third. Count still 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high for a ball, so evens it at 2. Count is even. Yeah, if you're picking up that wind on our mics, you can certainly understand what we're talking about. That ball actually hits Phobes.
Yep. And that ends the K strike. Hit by, that was an HBP.
Second
hit
baseman,
by
number
pitch.
17, Gabby Gaziano. Yeah, looked like it slipped out of Maya's hand, and so 1 out now, runner on first base. That's McKenna Phobes. Gabby Gaziano, the batter, the second baseman. That's a ball. Some nights you can sit back here and kind of guess the balls and strikes. Tonight is not one of those.
No.
Just, I guess I'll just wait, because what I think it is doesn't matter.
And you want to know the thing is, too, we are sitting here, unlike football and whatever, where we have a monitor and we do not have one.
So we got a strike. However, as the ball gets by Richter, Phobes goes to second base. So now with 1 out, Turner with the runner in scoring position here. 1-1 the count to Gaziano. She'll square around. That ball's outside, so 2-1. 2-1, 1 out.
Interesting strategy, huh?
Yeah,
with
see if she
one
bunts down
down
the first baseline.
Yeah.
You know.
be okay. The only problem is that only leaves them one opportunity then, Jen.
That pops out of Richter's glove again. That's twice. Now you got a runner on third base, 2-2 and 1 out. fly ball could bring a runner.
Yep, time for Maya to bear down here.
So we're even at 2.
Good time for another K right here, John.
Phobes, the runner on third. Swing and a miss.
Whoa.
She's coming home.
Oh. That is unfortunate.
Well, not only that, but the dropped strike allows Gaziano to go to first base. Designated player, number 16, Kenzie Conkle.
And in the book, John, is that recorded then as a strikeout?
Strikeout and an E2.
Yep.
That was 3 in a row that just kind of popped right
Yeah,
out
it popped
of the
out
mitt.
of Richter's glove, yeah.
But on a third strike, that runner's able to go. So
This is good. I like to see this, too. Put Alverson out there, just, hey, settle down, we're fine. Just may find out what kind of the issue is, but just...
So Turner now with a run in and a runner on first base. Interestingly enough there, Bill, would be 5 outs for Turner, all strikeouts. They just scored a run there without hitting a fair ball.
Now, Richter putting on a fielding glove. Apparently, maybe a little sweat in the glove and that. And the glove slipping out of her hand a little bit.
So Kenzie Conkle, the designated player, the batter. That's a strike. Yeah, interesting inning there. They're going to get a
Very
run
much
with,
so.
without a ball being hit.
Right. Yep.
But Spartans now again with 1 out, got to get out of this one. That's a ball, 1-1.
Still real early, John. Right?
That's right.
We're only at inning 2. A lot more out there. So just got to stop this, get a little confidence back with Richter there behind the plate.
That's low. That's a ball, 2-1.
You know, and again here, it's very important, I guess, for Maya Hovland to kind of take the leadership role here and settle everybody down. Make sure, hey, you're the leader. Things will be okay here.
For sure. That's a strike.
Yep, much better.
Evens at a 2.
Again, the ball's in her hands, so she can start out by K-ing the first 4 people in that. And
so we're even at 2.
Yep.
1 out, runner on first base. Turner on the board first. That's outside, so now full count.
battle of Rock Valley undefeateds here tonight, John.
Well, you
so
know, we're not
somebody's-
keeping track of pitches, but Maya has thrown a lot of pitches already here in the first 2 innings.
something that I could have done, and I failed to do so out of the chute.
Ball was fouled out. Well, that wind really took it. Looked like it was going to go fairly
Wow,
close
everybody.
to that foul line fence, but got to get that hose out between innings. Could probably pass the hat here, collect a lot of money from people wanting to do that. That would be good. Count is full. 1 out. Runner on first for the Turner Trojans.
Big pitch for Maya here.
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Got around on that one quick.
Boy, you know, we were getting a little break with this wind, but this is just, wow.
Yeah, this is, like I said, a sandstorm here. There won't be anything left on the field by the end of the game. It'll be down to the rock.
Rock or the clay.
There's a swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw. Got it.
We're up.
Nope. Nope. So a stolen base. Another strikeout, though.
Yep.
Maya might do the rare thing, get almost 4 strikeouts here in 1 inning.
Okay.
Left fielder, number 4, Bree Nowak.
Nice
That's
pitch.
a nice pitch. Now you got to make sure you're doing all those things fundamentally in the field, especially backing up those throws to the pitcher.
Yep. And that was good because I saw definitely Garris Rogers doing that.
So the count now even at 1.
Yep, it's like every other sport, John. You got to have fundamentals.
It's Bree Nowak playing left field. Swinging him up, back to the pitcher. Got a fair ball at least. 1-3 on the putout. For Turner in the top of the 2nd inning, 1 run, no hits, 1 runner left on base.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate inning, John. 3 strikeouts, 1 hit ball, and what do we say, 3 pass balls?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because I don't think any of those really weren't wild pitches.
No, they're just, for some reason, just
popping out of
Morgan's
Morgan's glove. Yeah, it seemed like she kind of took care of that, John, after she put on that fielding glove. Whatever, that seemed to help. So, all right, plenty of time to come back here. Again, going against the top-ranked team in the state, 14-0, the Beloit Turner Trojans here tonight, being led by Kaylin Packard.
Yeah, they've had a Packard pitching
Long
Turner
history.
for quite
Yes,
a few years.
yeah, it
They're
seems
about,
like
what, 7 years?
Yeah, I think so.
So again, entertaining game.
Well, it's just good. Like I said, especially for Beloit Turner and that, just really important. Talking with Coach again before the game, and so they got some stronger opponents coming up. They got a game against Wilmot, a couple games against Wilmot, I guess, and can't remember who else she mentioned, but had a game against Burlington that supposed to play and got rained out of, but want to really start playing your best ball when you start heading into late May and getting into the tournament time, right?
Yeah, we'll be there pretty soon.
Yes, we will.
Leading off for the Spartans, the right fielder, number 2, Lizzie Fortune. So Lizzie Fortune will lead it off.
Yep.
Sophomore for the Spartans, playing right field. Played some second base last week.
Coming into the game batting .207, but an on-base percentage, John, of .324. So.
And that one's fouled off right side. 0-1.
Been to bat 29 times, 6 hits, but again, getting on base.
So Lizzie Fortune, who went after the high one.
Yep.
You know, that's 40-some feet between the mound and home plate. I mean, you don't have
43
much time.
feet now, John. That will
Yeah.
be my next in-between inning little factoid that I'm going to throw out here. The change from 40 feet to 43 feet and the impact it's had on the game.
So 1
Right
and
here,
2.
I have all of the research and the stats you'd ever want to know about that.
1-2 the count. Swing and a miss.
Hold
So,
it. Should I stop patting myself on the back right now or not? Just keep her going?
strikeout number 3 for Packard. Second baseman, number 6, Aaron Eggers. Aaron Eggers, sophomore.
Aaron
playing
Eggers,
second base.
Yep. batting .500 on the year.
Yeah, she's been out with illness for the past few games, and good to see her back out here.
Yep. Sure Coach Halverson appreciates.
Here's the 0-1 pitch inside. Evens it at 1. Again, just a beautiful day here. Temperatures in that 70-degree range. Gusty winds at times. At other times, there's very little wind.
You know, it's really kind of unfortunate, too, because I heard that athletic director at McFarland High School had actually sponsored, was going to have the Goodyear blimp fly over here tonight. We were going to have a flyby, but a little too windy and kind of just weren't able to do it. You know, you get these big games like that. We take the extra step here in McFarland to bring you even some more. Actually, we're going to be dropping some little softballs, little Nerf softballs out of the sky and that down here. So
2-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Packard. First baseman, number 10, Megan Jansen.
Megan Jansen, a 286 hitter on the year, 375 on base percentage. Boy, how distracting does that have to be if you're sitting in the batter's box? I mean, we're bothered enough sitting back here.
The ultimate in concentration. I mean, you've got to, just
focus
on that. And
Focus. Yeah, spelling was one of my, well, as long as they were only 5-letter words, I was a spelling champ.
1-1. That's inside, so 2-1.
Yep.
Megan Jansen, first baseman.
You know, somebody that throws as hard as Packard, too. I mean, you got to almost guess right on that, huh? I think, okay, coming fastball and get that bat going almost as she lets go. Oof. That was a little bender there.
Corner.
Yep. That had a little bend to it that time.
Oh, yeah.
Tough pitch when you're looking at heat and then you get a little bender like that.
Ooh, just a little bit inside, so Jansen will work Packard to a full count.
Catcher checking with the umpire and saying, where was that?
Should have wore a mask today here to keep this sand out of our mouths, eyes, noses. That's inside, so that's a walk. Left fielder, number 4, Kenzie Beam.
214 batter on the year, Kenzie. 3 for 14 at bats and 3 hits.
2 outs, Jansen at first. That's going to be low. Megan probably won't be stealing.
You know, according to Wiz Sports, they have not stolen a base yet this year.
The Spartans?
Yeah. I couldn't, not that Wiz Sports had listed.
There must be inaccurate reporting there.
And as soon as I said it.
And right after I said she wouldn't steal.
Yep.
She's caught stealing. Good throw by Mickelson. Tag put on.
So much for our advice.
For the Spartans in the bottom of the second inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. 2 innings in the books. The score, Turner 1, McFarland nothing.
Okay, and now that you ask about the pitching range, 2010 they went from 40 feet to 43 feet as a pitching distance. Here's what they were figuring would happen. There would be more walks, fewer strikeouts, more scoring opportunities, and fewer overpowering pitchers by moving it back 3 feet. The questions: would 3 extra feet mean more breaking balls? And here were some observations. With 43 feet, some people thought you can win if you have good pitching, good hitting, and good defense.
That about covers everything.
I think so. And then the brilliant quote on the other end, with 40 feet, you can win with hard throwers, poor defense, and mediocre hitting. It definitely opened up the game a little bit, don't you think, John?
One of the things I've noticed is years ago the softball scores were high, baseball scores were low. Last few years it's kind of changed a little bit where the softball scores are getting a little lower, baseball scores a little bit higher, and that of course is not scientific by any means, but
Well, I don't know. That's the, what do they call it, the Weldsian approach?
Now here's where Turner is tough because
Yep.
Carson Nitz is a pretty good batter.
Oh,
And
yes.
she bats ninth.
Carson Nitz, I think, on the
Leading
year, I
off
think
the
West
top of
Sports
the
had
third
her up
inning
in like
for the
536 for the,
Shortstop, number 10, Carson Nitz.
I believe she's hitting something like 536 on the year, John.
But she hurt us in basketball this year too. Turner, she was able to drive in and gets into that lane. And so top of the third here from Wabisa. That ball is fouled off, out of play.
And John, what's the reason for having one of your best hitters at the bottom of the lineup?
Well, you get somebody on when you got your top of your order coming up, and you see that more and more, especially in softball. She'll square around.
Whoa. Wow.
Well, that'll
That
go
was
3 unassisted, but again,
That was interesting. Wow.
Nitz made no effort to run down the
No.
that line there that's there for the runner. She went down on the line. So I question that one because
Yeah, she didn't make any
that's why
effort.
that box is there to run down. That's why you've got that second base. I think Dave's got a good question here because she made no attempt to run down that running box.
So what's going to be the issue here, John?
Well, it won't do anything because it won't change the situation
Yeah.
because it's an out.
Right.
I think Dave's questioning unsportsmanlike. And
Yeah.
yeah, it will be a warning.
Just going to be a warning.
And rightfully so, because
Yeah, I
that's
think
why that
that's-
box is there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought that was a little unnecessary.
Center fielder, number 3, Maya Hill Brown.
Her first at bat, a strikeout victim.
Yes, again, that box is there to keep that
For a
runner.
reason, you're right.
You know, you run down inside that line and the ball hits you when you're running to first base on a throw from like the catcher, you're going to be called out.
All right.
I don't know what a warning means, though. I guess if she does it again, but that would be kind of rare to.
Yeah, unless
There's
it's
a
for.
strike. Maybe it does happen more than once. You know, you got to have it on record. But
Right.
so 1-1 with 1 out here for the Trojans in the top of the third. That's outside, so 2-1. Maya Hovland with 6 strikeouts here. And Hill Brown, a strikeout victim the first time up.
Yep. Got it
That's a
back,
ball.
Maya. No freebies. Not in a game like this. Can't be handing those out.
So
Make 'em earn
3-1 the count. 1 out here. Ground ball over the
Redders.
Redders. Got it. And the ball gets by. And Maya Hill Brown going to go to second base. So now runner on second with third baseman Trinity Fry coming up. Third baseman number 1, Trinity Fry. Trinity, a
That'd be-
strikeout victim, first time up.
Yep. That'd be an E5, John.
That is correct. That's bunt foul back for a strike. Yeah, tough to tell on that throw exactly where it was at first base, whether Megan could have come up with it or not. It was definitely low.
Yeah, it was.
So here's our situation, top of the third inning. Turner with a runner on second base. Turner yet to get a hit, but leading
You're right,
1-0, and with a runner in scoring position now.
Good point, John. I mean, as I looked down my score sheet here. Okay, let's see. 6 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts, 2 groundouts, and the rest of them pass balls and an error.
So the meeting at the mound is over.
I think that was just to get things straight as to where the throw is going. Yep.
With the runner on second now. And
yep.
Batter squaring around to bunt. Pops it up, and that's out of play into the crowd. Into that,
souvenir ball, or do you think that'll get thrown back in
large
here?
Contingent from Turner making the trip up the interstate. So 0-2.
They could weave their way through all the construction, although you don't hit construction if you're coming here, right? Good sign.
That's ball on the outside. Good spot. 1-2, 1 out. Trinity Fry, the batter. Again, she's the third baseman.
Yep, and I said going to Rock Valley Community College in Rockford next year, along with
Who
Carson
has a good
Nitz.
softball program.
Carson Nitz is going there. They're both playing softball, as well as Carson Nitz is going to play basketball there. So 2 sports.
So
hit by pitch.
Fry hit in the helmet. She'll go to first. So now it's first and second. You got to look out here. Pitcher, number 8, Kaylin Packard. Kaylin Packard coming up. Hit her in the helmet. Yeah.
This is not a good situation here for the Spartans. Not with Packard up at the plate.
So first and second, 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. Kaylin Packard, a strikeout victim the first time up. That's a strike.
Boy, she kind of stepped in the bucket on that one. That was a good pitch by Hovland.
Perfect spot.
Yep.
Got to keep it low to Packard, though.
Future teammates.
She can go long on you. There's a hit. And Packard on the overthrow will go to second, so a run is in. So now you've got second and third with a run in. These are those games where you've got to hit those cutoffs because
yes, you
can't afford to give up an extra base to a good team.
Yep.
Don't have one. Well, maybe I don't have a 13.
Okay, time to shut this down right here.
Yeah, second and third here. Turner threatening to break this one open here at the top of the 3rd. Some ball inside. Runners do not advance. Again, 1 out. Need the out here.
They need a K.
Packard at second. Fry at third. Olivia Mickelson, the batter. She's the catcher. 1-0 the count. Foul ball, 1-1, evened up.
Mickelson, also a basketball player, John. It's great to see kids that are multi-sport athletes.
2 and 3 sport athletes.
Yep, that's wonderful. Look back at your high school career and say, hey, I really enjoyed participating in a lot of different things. Oh, and that's going to drop.
That's going to be a hit.
Yep.
Fry will score. Packard will stay, and there goes the runner right to second base.
Uncontested.
Boy, we're giving him that extra base. First baseman, number 12, McKenna Phobes. So 3-0 now our score. Turner again keeping that second and third base situation going here. Still just 1 out. McKenna Phobes, the batter. There's a strike. McKenna got on by a hit by pitch in the first inning.
You know, John, I don't think softball's any different than any other sport. Momentum. You know, you just kind of get on a roll, and sometimes it's, okay, how are we going to stop this? you know, what does it take? And I guess it's. Oh, good try.
So a foul ball.
Nice
Almost got
try
it.
by Morgan Richter. Yep, gotta love that effort. I'm going to say oftentimes when it comes to stopping momentum, you look to your leader. That doesn't necessarily have to always mean you're coaching that. Look to who your leader are on the field, and they kind of have to rally the troops. And I think it's really important for them to, hey, keep everybody's head up and keep right in the game and say, hey, wow. Maybe that's what I thought of my opinion. I got blown out by a dust storm there, so I started to comment and it was saying, hey, stop talking.
We need an out here.
Yes, we do.
0-2 the count to Phobes. There's a ball, and the ball goes almost into the dugout. One run will score. It's now 4-0 Turner. Mickelson will move up to third.
And all these pass balls happened the last time Phobes was up there. There were 3 pass balls when she was up the last time.
So 1 and 2. Oh.
I think the mic is on next to you, Stephanie.
Nice play.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Nice decision. Maya Hovland sitting on the mound. Took control of that situation. Richter, nice job.
Runner never hesitated, which is good.
Nope.
I mean, that took a good play
Commit.
to get her at the plate.
Yep.
Second baseman, number 17, Gabby Gaziano. So Gabby Gaziano, the second baseman, up, strikeout victim back in the second inning. 2 outs now. Phobes, the runner at first for the Trojans, and that ball fouled out of play on the right side.
You know, this is the second time through for these Turner kids looking at Hovland. Hopefully maybe Spartans next inning can do the same thing, getting their second trip through. Looking at Packard.
Again, you go back in the inning, an error, a hit batsman.
Yep.
You know, and those runners both scored.
Rudders and
a 5
inning over
yep.
at last.
3 runs. For Turner in the top of the third inning, 3 runs, 2 hits, and 1 runner left on base. Well, the Spartans will have 8-9-1 coming up.
Yep. Mentor. Are they playing at the high school?
So the Spartans will have 8-9-1, Kenzie Beam, KJ LaFave, and Haley Redders.
Yep. Kenzie Beams at the plate last time, and Megan Jansen was thrown out trying to steal second base just after we made the comments that I thought they hadn't stolen a base this year. And then you said, let's try it. And
interesting
boom.
thing, Bill, so far.
Huh.
Of Turner's 4 runs, Phobes was hit by a pitch. Maya Hill-Brown got on by an error. Fry was hit by a pitch. So 3 of their 4 runs got on base either by an error or hit by pitch.
Error hit by pitch.
Leading off for the Spartans, a left fielder, number 4, Kenzie Beam. That thing's just...
My goodness, I set my cell phone here. Look at it's like the Sahara
sand scratch.
desert.
Oh,
wound
nice
up.
pitch. Well, look at the movement on that ball.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's tough. Well, what did you say she did last year in the state tournament, John?
I want to say that threw over 100 pitches in that final game.
Did they lose in the final
back.
game last year? I can't remember.
I don't recall. I want to say yes. Paul will check. 1 and 2 to Beam.
Well, that usually is kind of your athletic director's responsibility,
Fall
isn't
back.
it? To kind of fill in the gaps, right? Especially when you see that
He
people
should
are
be,
struggling.
You should be walking around with that WIA yearbook they have. It's a collector's item, though, if you ever see those. Those are pretty cool. It's got everything, every tournament game. Oh, outside corner.
Wow.
So Beam down on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Packard. Center fielder, number 1, K.J. Lefebvre.
Big home run last ball game here, correct?
A walk-off.
Walk-off,
to win the
3-run
game against
homer,
the
right?
Forest.
Yep.
So 1 out, Packard. That's high, ball 1.
K.J. Lefebvre batting 200 on the year. But again, a 333 on base percentage.
So
And
our
the
count
one
is 1-0, 1 out, Bill. There's a swing and a miss. Evens it at 1.
are those ankle supports she's got on there?
That look like the old high football
Yeah, they
shoes
do.
almost.
Yep.
Ooh. Ball.
Sure, she'd like to launch one like she did the last game here and get the Spartans on the board here.
Any way we can get on right now is kind of the.
Yep.
And fouls it off into the screen. That evens the count at 2. Take away those gusts of wind, and it's a perfect day for a game here. Speaking of, as soon as you say it, it happens.
Yep, there you go.
Maybe they're timed. We should be timing them like every 3 minutes or something. Counts even at 2, 1 out. Pops it up. Wind's going to take
look at
this
the wind
one.
taking that one.
And
that
foul
just
ball.
created havoc. Carson Nitz just fighting that wind all the way over.
Any pop-up is going to be
Boy,
an
wasn't
adventure
that,
today.
wasn't that interesting? Watch the movement on that.
This game almost like this game here, right? Here's the 2-2 pitch from Packard.
You know, our
Sales
athletic
overhead.
director just is getting reports from everybody. He's known by everybody. Has people feeding him information all the time.
I think that guy's a legend over here. He's been
Yeah.
doing a lot of.
I think
I don't think
so.
I've ever been at a Turner event where
That-
that gentleman
oh,
is
yes.
not there.
Yep. Yeah, if there's a Turner event, he's.
And it goes way back beyond when we were in the Rock Valley. Hey, good at bat. KJ still alive out there. Count is full. Making Packard work. Need those base runners. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ground ball, second base. Scooped up over to first. For the second out. That going from Gaziano to Phobes.
Okay, John.
Third baseman, number 3, Haley Redders.
All right, let's see if the second time around's a charm, huh? Said you've had a
First.
chance to see her once.
Redders a strikeout victim the first time. That's a ball high.
Again, Haley coming into the ball game, 26 at bats, 12 hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run,
Yeah, picked
And
up that home run on Saturday
Yep,
against the Whippets.
and a 462 batting average.
Ooh. Outside. 2-0. As we said earlier, we are not guessing either way, so.
Nope.
2-0 count, 2 outs. Silent here. 3-0.
You mentioned a home run against the Whippets. What is a Whippet?
It's a skinny dog or something, isn't it?
It is the world's fastest accelerating dog.
It's
That's
a
what I always said.
skinny-
Usually when we play whitewater in basketball, I said, well, let's see if Coach Judy Harms, who just retired.
I think on the pants it said dogs.
Judy Harms retired. Yep. What a lady she was.
Pete
Coached
Willickett,
against her, and always had. Every time she comes to town, I always have a lot of good conversation with her. But yeah, I just saw that. That was in the paper about 3 weeks ago.
Pete
That
Willickett now the second in longevity
Seniority?
in Rock Valley Conference girls basketball coaches. That didn't take long.
No.
So full count to Redders. Need some runners. Spartans trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. Oh, she'll draw a walk. That is the second walk given up by Packard. The pitcher, number 11, Maya Hovland. So here's Maya Hovland. Went
Yep.
down on strikes,
As they
called
say.
out on strikes back in the first inning.
Yep, as they say, help your cause.
That's inside. Throw down.
Oh,
first.
Van Redder sucker to throw in
Sails
there.
over. That gets by the
Whoa.
right fielder. She
Good
may
throw,
go.
and she's coming.
She may go.
She's
gonna
coming, and
score.
she's going to
Hey.
score. Boy, and that's the way you manufacture a run, huh?
Well, it's not as if Turner hasn't done that.
Nope, you're absolutely right.
Hey, we're on the board. On the board.
Any way you can get them.
Doesn't
that's
hurt
the
to have
start.
your fastest runner
Yes.
in that situation. The Spartans get a run. 1-0 to Maya Hovland. Any way you can get them.
Yep.
But I tell you what, this game you can't afford to give Turner any more runs.
No. 4 is too many, I think. But
Man,
boy, and I'll tell
see
you,
that ball move.
and I can tell you what, Packard's putting that ball inside, trying to jam Hovland. That's what it appears to me. She's not going to let her. It's my expert analysis here, John. Not going to let her extend those arms and kaboom, one out of here. Throw a little
That's
basketball terminology in here.
She, it's like she had like a yo-yo there. That ball just boom.
Yeah.
Just moving.
Yep.
2-1 the count to Hovland here in the bottom of the third. Spartans on the board. Thanks to a throwing error and an error in the outfield. Fouled.
Boy, I haven't
2-2.
seen. Yeah.
2-2, 2 outs.
She's keeping Maya guessing, I think, here. Maya is not getting a steady dose of any certain pitch. Jamming her inside again.
Hit her.
And she got hit.
Wow. I didn't see it, nor did it deflect the ball any.
All right. Karis Rogers batting .323 on the year.
Running at first base, number 8, Sophie Quell. Shortstop, number 7, Karis Rogers.
Got a single first time up. Little late call there.
Yeah. A strike. 0-1. 2 outs, runner on first base. Let's keep this inning going. Jammed her. Fouled into the screen. Tell you what, in the old days, you know, when you were batting, you'd bat behind the
How
batter.
come when you
on deck
say the
table.
word old, you look my direction,
Well, it was just
John?
it was
Huh?
a few years ago. On deck batter was always behind the batter, and we had some near misses here the other night when Bigfoot was here. Took something off, drops the ball, and tagged out. So the inning ends. For the Spartans in the bottom of the third inning, 1 run, no hits, and they leave 1. 3 innings in the books. The score, Turner 4, McFarland 1.
Okay, we have. How about a little trivia? Okay, pretty simple question here. I will give you 4 choices. What is the circumference of a softball? Is it A, 9 inches, B, 11 inches, C, 12 inches, or D, 13 inches?
That would be 12.
So is
You
it,
didn't put 16 on there. When I started playing slow pitch in high school, it was a 16-inch slow pitch ball. It was
I know,
huge.
and no gloves allowed.
There is an 11-inch ball. I don't know where it's used much anymore, but
Okay,
I
for
gotta
those of
say
you
it's
at home.
12.
9, 11, 12, or 13? Mr. Wells says 12. Oh, Holda, you just changed. Our athletic director just flipped. He originally had 11 out there, and now he decided to play it safe, knowing what. Oh, yeah, it is 12. However, if you're age 10 and under, they
It's an 11?
recommend that you go to the 11-inch ball if you're 10 and under. Same thing like with a basketball. And make sure that you're doing it age appropriate with this stuff, you know. Can't have kids going out shooting a regular sized basketball when they're 6, 7, 8 years old.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Trojans, it's the designated player, number 16, Kenzie Conko. So DP Kenzie Conkle will lead off the top of the 4th.
Let's see, and Conkle struck out her first time.
We are
John.
measuring wind speed. We have had gusts as high as 33 miles per hour.
Yep.
That's a pretty good
Matter of
gust.
fact, it knocked down one of our cameras.
Well, and over
pregame
here,
out there
somebody
in
had
left
a lawn
field.
chair on right field extended. The thing went flying back about 10 feet.
Expect to see maybe somebody tumbling down the hill. I wonder if it would be Jack or Jill. Would be the name of the individual
Oh,
tumbling
that's right.
down
We've
the hill.
Got people sitting up there in right field, up in the
Mezzanine.
the
in
right
the upper.
field mezzanine, those upper box
Yep,
seats.
upper box seats.
Pop up to Megan Jansen. Megan pulls it in for the first out. Left fielder, number 4, Bree Nowak. It's either a good view up there or smoking seats. Not sure which one it is, but
Yeah.
that's a ball on the first pitch. Yeah, nice crowd here today. Spartan fans. JV game going on at the same time, which is new this year in the Rock Valley, which adds a little more atmosphere here. Girls travel together, boys travel to the opposite site. It's ball, so 2-0.
Oh, is that where we got the baseball report from our?
They would be at Turner.
They're at Turner. 3-0 in the 4th inning.
I got to say that one was low, so 3-0.
Yep.
And again, you don't want to put Nowak on
We
because then
might-
you got Nitz in the top of the order, and that's what hurt us last time.
Right. Yep.
And Walker on 4 pitches. So Bree Nowak will be the runner at first. That'll bring up Carson Nitz. Shortstop, number 10, Carson Nitz.
We may have to stop this and point out to the umpire he needs to tuck that shirt in. We can't. Huh?
Whoa, that one's line foul.
Have all players in all events having to have their uniforms tucked in, huh? How can we have the umpire appearing to be unkempt with
Even
that?
got some Turner kids in the dugout with the visors inverted.
Oh, yes. Yep. I don't know why they'd need a rally visor right now. Carson Nitz playing basketball and softball.
Boy, that guy out there in the green shirt getting his exercise.
He's getting a
Look at him
workout,
go.
huh?
Oh, just ran 100
Wait.
yards there to get that foul ball.
Yep, running out of balls.
Give that guy a cold soda. 0-2. He might be our fan of the game. 0-2 to Nitz, 1 out. Nowak the runner at first. Top of the fourth, 4-1, Turner. Swing and a miss. Nitz down on strike, so 2 outs. Brings up top of the order Maya Hill-Brown. Center fielder, number 3, Maya Hill-Brown.
Her first time strikeout victim, second time E5. Ground ball, Redders on a throwing error. Put Brown at second base.
Which started that
Yes, it did.
3-run inning for the
Yep.
Trojans. Almost had a strike up on the board on that one, but it is a ball. 1-0. That's a strike. 1-1. Big out here now if we can get Hill,
Yep.
Brown. One and one, 2 outs. That's the ball.
Now we're going to have to make a decision here too. It probably should be an athletic director's decision whether we're going to do the Harry Carey take me out to the ball game, do the 5th inning stretch.
I think I saw a no on that.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Word didn't even need to be said. Oh, he started with the thumb up, went sideways, and finally, in a downward motion, a resounding negative.
Only if we let that guy with the green shirt who's getting all the exercise here join you. Full count, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Maya Hill-Brown, the batter, leadoff batter, plays center field.
Gotta get her. You don't want to have 2 on base here.
And Maya can put her down. Fouled back. Gotta stay focused.
Yeah, because
Under,
again,
and put those obnoxious chants out of
Yep.
your head. Always struggled as a softball coach at the youth level when you had people chanting on the bench.
yeah,
the whole game.
promoting that. Yeah.
Drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Full count, 2 outs.
Oh, she had the Ryan Braun
Ooh, that's hit hard.
foul ball.
Foul
Wind was
ball.
going to take that.
Boy, good shot, good poke down that left field line. Whether it's back into the screen or deep to left, it's still a foul ball. Keeps Kenzie Beam thinking out there, though, because count is full, 2 outs. Runner on first. Tovlin's pitch. Foul back.
Brown doing a nice job of staying alive.
Like to see the pitch count. Todd has that on his little stat machine he has there, but I bet we're
Hey, she's having a John Travolta at bat, staying alive. You like all these musical?
fouled again.
Another John Travolta swing.
I'm curious on
Staying
that.
alive, staying alive.
I'm curious on that pitch count here.
Huh.
What it's. She's had
You
quite
know,
a
we
few
should have.
batters
I
go
should have
full
kept. Yeah,
count.
yes, she has. Darn it! I should have kept tracks just from the start, John.
Here's the
My bad.
3-2 pitch. Fouled back. Into the screen. It's a vocal Turner bench over
Yes,
there.
it is.
Got it.
Wow.
Nice pitch by
Had to
Maya
like that.
for Turner in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base.
That was excellent. Well, and I don't want to jinx it, but flag's still blown out there, but we have not had a gust of dirt here lately, have we?
Nope, they're timed. Like I said, Paul said 33 miles per hour on that highest gust so far.
Maybe it's time to promote that concession stand, John. I don't see, there's not a long line over there. Tell them they can get in right away.
The only line over there
Lollipops.
right now is at the restrooms.
Oh. Mike Clawwitter in the house. Reporter, photographer.
The restroom said BYOTP. Bring your own toilet paper. Must be vandals. Vandals coming in at night stealing things. So.
By the way, John, I am going to mention this, okay?
Leading off, bottom of the 4th inning for the Spartans. The catcher, number 5, Morgan Richter.
I want to send our sympathies and condolences to you for the passing of your father, a wonderful gentleman, 92 years old, correct?
93.
93 years old, yep.
Enjoyed every one of those years. Too.
Oh, for sure. I mean, isn't that great? I know when my dad passed, I just stood, I eulogized him and just talked about how we'd celebrate all the great times and really neat things that happened in
Yeah,
that.
he was the first president of the Monroe Cheesemaker Booster Club.
Was he? How neat is that, huh?
Yeah, he was graduate class of 1943.
Wow.
Not many classmates left.
No, I would assume probably not.
Packard bringing the high heat here, 0-2. Richter, the cleanup batter, grounded out to second.
Yep. Batting .310 on the year coming in. 29 at bats and 9 hits so far.
That's inside. I was watching college women's softball. Boy, any ball that's inside, they don't even make an attempt to move. They'll just let it hit them.
Let him hit, yep.
They've got these things on their elbows, so. Oh, she held up. 2-2, thought about it.
Boy, did that ball, was that moving too,
Oh, yeah.
John, huh?
We're seeing some great pitching on both sides here today. Only a total of 3 hits in the game. That's a strike. That's strikeout number 7 for Packard. Right fielder, number 2, Lizzie Fortune.
Lizzie's struck out. Yep,
Back
struck
in the
out.
second.
Oh. 6 for 29, batting .207, 6 for 30, batting .205 on the year. Hustle. And nice play. Packard.
Goes 1-3 in the book. Second baseman, number 6, Aaron Eggers.
We are nearing the 6 o'clock hour, John. Just again, like you said, just what a beautiful spring day.
Yeah, and Packard has really settled in here now.
Yes, she
getting in
has.
that rhythm.
2 weeks ago, this field and diamond was covered with a couple inches of snow.
That's a swinging strike. What are we going to see here, Bill? The changeup. 0-2, 2 outs, nobody on
Probably.
base.
Jansen with a walk her first time up.
And that's a
Nope,
called
just
strike.
boom, a bullet.
And the Spartans go in order in the bottom of the 4th inning. So 4 innings done. Score Turner 4, McFarland 1.
Oh, that was Eggers, wasn't it? My fault.
So we go to the fifth, 4-1 the score. Turner. Trinity Fry will lead off for the Trojans.
Yep, a strikeout, her first time up, a victim, and hit by a pitch.
And the Spartans will go right back to Turner on Thursday. This kind of a trend now. Teams going home and away in the same week.
Yeah, they're doing that.
Unfortunately, I think that's more of a baseball
Is
deal
it? Is
than
that the reason for it?
than it is a softball. I mean, that's
Okay.
just the pitch rule, and otherwise teams would always see other teams' best pitchers.
Right.
My theory is if you're good enough to see the other team's best pitcher, then so be it. But you know, the coaches, I think it's several conferences now are doing that, and
Are they looking to change it?
of course softball with no pitching rule, you could literally have the same girl pitch all 4 years for every pitch.
game. Yep.
And it's a different throwing motion, but will it ever come to that? One, that forces other kids or gives other kids opportunities to pitch, but it also forces programs to develop more pitchers.
Absolutely.
But it's not a rule at the national level. Probably won't be something you'd see just in one state. Leading off the top of the fifth inning for the Trojans, third baseman, number 1, Trinity Fry.
By the way, Dancing with the Stars last night, I didn't see how did Jenny Finch, top pitcher in the USA, I wonder how she did in her opening appearance.
That's probably past my bedtime.
Oh, and I'd love to see, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on Dancing with the Stars now. Can't believe I would have liked to have seen Kareem moving around that dance floor.
So 1-2 Fry. That's outside,
Yep.
so evens it at 1.
She had some movement on that ball.
Again, if you're watching this in 10 years, it's May 1st, 2018. We always say that
Yep.
when we are archived. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Pulled
Trying
the
to find Andrew Day. He's somewhere hidden in those trees out there, I think.
Yeah, we've got 5 people on staff here tonight. We have
Where
Ben
is
Bex,
Andrew?
Patrick Morin, Ryan Denzer, Andrew Day, and the Queen, Stephanie Miller here.
That's outside. Supposedly, between the top and the bottom of the fifth inning, Andrew was going to shimmy up one of those trees out there. Don't know if we're going to even be able to
Shirtless?
pick it up from here.
Or not?
Hard to say. But it's going to be a
Oh,
tough play
here we-
here. Dancing over
And
to
again, we
Eggers.
have somebody run into on first base, but
So 3-4 on the putout.
Packard coming to bat, a strikeout.
That's twice that's happened.
Yep.
That's twice that's happened, and we had a warning the first time. That's why there's
Yeah.
double bases out there. That's why they got the double base, but so be it. Pitcher, number 8, Kalen Packard. That riles up the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, I
That's the
got a
Spartan
little
crowd in
fired
it,
up.
but again, legitimate.
Yeah, legitimate complaint in that.
As long as your fielder isn't standing right on the middle of the base, but that's why they have the second base
Absolutely.
on the outside to
Yep.
avoid situations exactly like that. Turner, though, they're flexing their muscles a little bit, sending a message to the Spartans, and sometimes they do it just to get in your head. And
Who said that softball isn't a contact sport, huh?
ooh, a little cue shot there, going to
Yep.
go foul. 0-2 now to Packard. Yeah, you just got to stay focused. Can't let stuff like that bother you. It's an
No.
out, it's an out. And we just happened to see it twice today, and the umpires don't acknowledge it. Nothing we can do. And ground ball. Eggers, Jansen, 2 outs. The catcher, number 2, Olivia Mickelson.
Strikeout her first time and a single. Second time up.
Again, Mickelson does a nice job behind the plate for the Trojans. Doesn't hurt when you got a pitcher like Packard out there. that
Yeah.
You just put your glove up, and boy, she's good enough to hit that glove 9 out of 10 times. And it's like
Well,
Maya,
you got to be
though.
alert with the movement on that ball, John. You got to.
Well, Redders.
Nice knockdown
Stays
by
with it.
Redders. Oh,
Well, did she beat it, or was it a high throw?
I don't know. Coach Halverson. A few steps out of the dugout.
Gonna call it an error on the high throw. We are not the official book, though. So
No, we are not.
first baseman, number 12, McKenna Phobes.
Every time Phobes has been up today, there were 3 pass balls. The first time she was up. Second time, there was another one.
That's foul. And there's that situation we talked about earlier.
Yes, it was, John.
Why that on-deck batter should be behind the batter. And that's not, a choice that the teams make, but that's a rule you need to go back to. Like I said, thank God nobody got drilled in that
Right.
Bigfoot game the other night.
Well, because you're not even paying really attention at times,
No.
if you're.
Yeah, the runner at first clearly left early there. 1-1. Well, that wasn't even close. I mean, she timed it, and that ball was off speed, and wind's going to blow that one out. Almost caught. Guy tried to catch it with his hat. Robin Yount jersey over there. So 1-2 to McKenna Phobes. So 1-2, 2 outs, runner on first base.
Now you've got me watching the runner to see if they're leaving early.
Rule is you do it till you get caught. You get that extra step, that can make a
Well,
huge
why not?
difference. And
Well,
1-2, 2 outs. Outside, high, evens the count at 2. Again, we're in the top of the 5th inning, 4-1 Turner.
need to get out of this inning and then come back with a couple more next inning. Tighten this up a little bit.
And fouled back.
Phobes is hanging tough.
Yeah, she's drawn quite a few pitches here in her 3
Mia Hovland's throwing a lot of pitches tonight, John. Like you said, it'd been interesting had I kept a pitch count
Yeah.
to see where we'd be at right now.
Yep, see, like I said, she's got to be up in the 70s. Ah, nice pitch
Pulled the string and
for Turner in the top of the 5th inning. No
Excellent.
runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base. Just a reminder, check out the concession stand over there. No lines. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. Check out the concession stand, food, drink, help us out.
all right. I'm going to say this is a big inning right here, John. At least get 1 back on the board here.
Yeah.
Get to within maybe a 2-run ball game where you can get 1 runner on and somebody can jack one out and tie it up.
Well, you got 7, 8, 9. So if you can get 1 or 2 of these runners on base and get your top of the order, things are going to happen.
Well, just kind of like Turner did there in the earlier innings. I mean, they were gifted. They've been gifted how many? 3 of their 4 runs?
Yeah, a little
I think
discussion
a little
here.
discussion.
out
I
here.
got to believe that's on the base running is the discussion.
It's just, again, it's how the game's played. And the only thing I question on neither one of those, did the umpire initiate the discussion of the contact. It took the coach to point it out, and I don't think either one was, or I should say either one, both of them were fairly obvious, but it is what it is. Doesn't affect the game at all, so yet.
And I'm not privy to the rule on that. And I know they gave a warning, but
well, we were written up for questioning calls in football, so we have to be careful of that. We were pretty hard on one of the officiating crews, and that was a few years ago. And I think that was because the length of time between their calls and the ball going in play when we finished a game. I think it must have been about 10-15.
Yeah,
or something.
10-15, 10-20. Yeah.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Spartans, the first baseman, number 10, Megan Jansen. Trying to think who that game was against. Just kept going and going and going. I want to say it was Evansville, but
can't remember. But man, that was a long one. Megan Jansen walked her first time up and then was caught stealing second base.
Yeah, it's a strike. Again, Spartans went 1-2-3 in their half of the fourth. Packard really settling in now. Jammed her on that one, fouls it off. 0-2.
Boy, she's got that ball that moves to the inside, doesn't she, against a right-handed batter?
So it's 0-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. And a swing and a miss for a strikeout, so Jansen down on strikes. That is strikeout number 8.
Is it? I've got 9 strikeouts, John.
9 for Hovland. 9 for
9 for Packard. Yep.
Kenzie Beam, the batter, left fielder, number 4.
Kenzie's strikeout victim, her first time up.
I didn't do my PA job there. I should have said her name and didn't. That's a strike. All right, Ken, see if we can get on here. Ground ball, got a hustle. Second base, over to first. For the second out. Center fielder, number 1, K.J. LaFave.
And you'll notice that Kenzie Beam stayed to the right of the bag and touched the orange bag appropriately on that.
Spartans have only hit one ball out of the infield this afternoon. And that was Karis Rogers' ground ball single.
In the first inning.
So 0-1 to LaFave. 2 outs here. KJ, the center fielder. She is a junior. 1-1. Yeah, Karis's ground ball single between first and second. The only hit for the Spartans. That's a strike. The indecision getting a...
I think we have a few umpires sitting over to our left in the stands
like
over here.
A Bronx cheer, I believe they call it. 1-2, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10 for Packard.
What happened there?
I don't know if she landed wrong or what happened. Something happened on that pitch.
Is that Packard that's down?
I believe so. Yeah, they're going to have somebody warming up over here, so. Don't know if she landed wrong, twisted her knee or hip.
You just hope that does not happen to anybody. You do not need to have that happen to anybody at any time.
Jay Hansen was here.
High school careers are too precious. I can only imagine that's got to be Packard out there, don't you think, John? I mean, I was down writing the K in my scorebook. Ouch. There's not much to be said when you see a young athlete go down. Like I said, Jen, these years are so precious. You know, you're never going to get them back in that. And it's even magnified when you get somebody of her caliber playing the game. So I'm sure the fortunes, obviously, of the Floyd Turner squad rest on her arm. And I would say they are looking at her knee. Yeah, Jay was here earlier, wasn't he? Do we have another event going on in town, John? Is there a baseball game going
No,
on?
not baseball.
That's right, because baseball's down at Turner's. Oh, yuck, yuck, yuck. Well, needless to say, I'm sure she is finished for this game, John, but we hope that maybe that's it. Maybe it's just a minor sprain or something.
Yeah, she
Looks
was
like
in
a knee, doesn't
definite
it?
pain out there.
Yeah.
Thinking she must have landed wrong and.
Yeah. That's Jay, isn't it? Yeah, that's Jay over there in the gray hat.
He was right on it.
Yeah. And I can tell you what, Jay has seen plenty of knees in his days, so he will probably be able to give you a pretty accurate reading as to what's up with that. Well, needless to say, that's kind of brought a discomforting look at
Yeah, Turner
at
sent
this.
somebody out to start warming up right away, and obviously that would be.
Yeah.
So 5 innings are in the books. Turner now leading 4-1 over the Spartans. Gabby Gaziano, the second baseman. She's had a couple of assists in the field, and
We got the whole Spartan squad out there around the mound.
you
To fill in the holes and
got to keep playing
make,
here.
make sure the footing is I guess to their liking. I guess the last thing they would need now is for my Hovland to go down or have an issue. Well, we'll see if we can get a report. Athletic Director Paul Ackley was over there, so when he joins us back here in the booth, he can probably give us maybe what an initial call is on that. Just hoping that it's something minor.
Well, and both teams now have to just refocus.
Yep, refocus and finish the
moving
game again. This is
forward.
a game for first place in the conference.
Yeah, Maya hasn't thrown any warm-up pitches yet here, so a little bit of a delay. Yeah, it appeared to be just one of those deals where you land wrong and
I said, did you see it?
no.
I didn't, I think we were both, you were looking down at your sheet, we were both just writing something down. I looked up and
Well, this is a couple games now. Last game, there was a line drive hit back, or earlier last week, there was a line drive hit back to the pitcher. Ball
you
went
said it
right
went
to
right off
first
the-
base, and I thought it went off her
the
glove.
mask.
Next thing you look out there, the pitcher's down, so it kind of reminded you of that. And leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Trojans, the second baseman, number 17, Gabby Gaziano.
well, we got Athletic Director Paul Ackley coming into our booth here, so should get a read on
Just unplugged it, I think. It was.
yeah.
So Gabby Gaziano going to lead off the top of the 6th inning with Beloit Turner leading 4-1 over the Spartans. Maya Hovland with 9 strikeouts. That's a ball. Maya with 9. Packard with, what do we figure, Bill? 11? 10.
She had 10. Yep.
So Gaziano struck out, grounded out to third. And that's a strike. Top of the 6th. So the count even at 1. And that's a ball, 2-1. Takes the outside pitch to the right side, fouled way out of play.
Boy, John, they have made Maya throw a ton of pitches tonight, huh? This is probably as many pitches as she's thrown in any game this year.
We got to get that stat man's attention
That's
so
right.
we can see. Even at 2. Oh, nice pitch.
Boy, I'll tell you, does she throw a beautiful change.
Designated player number 16, Kenzie Conkle. So 1 down. 10 for Maya.
Yep.
10 strikeouts for Maya Hovland. And a swinging strike.
Kenzie Conkle, strikeout victim her first time up, and then a little fly out, pop out on her second at bat. Oh, did he go over and check? He might be coming back. I think she's thrown 109 pitches so far. Wow.
Yeah, she's working hard out there. Swinging strike, 0-2.
Information provided by our ace athletic director.
So Turner will have to go to the bullpen here.
Yep.
In their half of the Spartan half of the 6th inning. Ground ball, back to Hovland, gloves it, over to first, 2 outs. Left fielder, number 4, Bree Nowak.
Ground out and a walk so far in the ball game.
Ooh.
Wow. These interesting comments that come out of the stands occasionally. Doesn't matter the sport, does
No,
it? There are all kinds of officials and referees sitting all around at these events.
Pop up.
Nice
Oh,
play.
nice catch there by Aaron Eggers.
Yeah, nice play by Aaron.
For the Trojans in the top half of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base.
Paul, did we get any word on what might have been?
Looks like an unofficial knee injury.
Yeah, it's something with the knee, right? She'd have just catch a cleat and
Pitching number 16, Kenzie Conkle.
yeah. Yep. Who was it?
So Kenzie Conkle will go from the DP position to pitch. In the program, she is listed as a pitcher. She's just a sophomore. Heir apparent to the job next year.
Oh, and she's out there kicking up dust on that. Trying to just make some adjustments here in our booth. So, John, we're through 5.5, 4-1.
Yeah,
Spartans
top
got to
of the
make a
order.
move, and this is really a big inning right here. Sitting at the top of the order.
If you're going to get them, you got to get them here.
Yep.
So.
Redders, Hovland, and Rogers.
Now pitching for Turner, number 16, Kenzie Conkle.
See if they go to that unusual positioning of their infield to
They may.
play Redders here, huh? Basically, almost
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. For the Spartans, the third baseman, number 3, Haley Redders.
strikeout victim her first time up, walked and scored second time up.
And just a little high. A little different style now for the Spartans.
Start
to,
off with a
take
little
look at.
change up first pitch.
That's a ball outside. Again, it's going to be a little different here than facing Packard.
Oh, it's always different too, Jen. Like you said, one of the big things is just the change in the motion.
And the timing. And
Yeah, yep.
all of your batters coming up now need to watch because it's 3-0.
And if you can get somebody on base, that's almost 2 pass balls so far.
And
so
we have not had many base runners.
No. So you get somebody on, especially with Haley's speed, scoring all the way from first base on a throwing error.
I believe we've only had 4 base runners the entire game. There's a strike, 3-1. Three and 1. Come on, Haley. Fouled back, 3-2. Conco
Yep.
bears down. Count is full.
Well, and I'll tell you, being a sophomore, like you said, the heir apparent to the Packard reign of pitchers they've had down there.
This
But
is huge here, though. You want that
Yep.
first runner on base. Foul
The
ball.
wind's gonna
Wind's
take
gonna
that out of
keep it
play.
Out of play.
Yep.
Over towards the concession area. The food court.
How are the lines down at that?
That's like a food
court?
court over there. There's people standing in line. Got to be heads up though when you're over there. Here we go.
The way
full
the wind's
count.
blowing. Yep.
Left
Is that
field.
going to get out of there too?
Just out of play.
Or
Haley
we
Redders.
kind of lose sight of it from our vantage point here.
Haley hanging tough. Psychologically, it does so much for you if you can get that first runner on base.
Right.
Called out on strikes.
That was right down the pipe.
Pitcher, number 11, Maya Hovland. Anything close, got to be going. So 1 out. Confidence builder for Conco.
For sure. That's
See
a
if
true
Maya
test
can
of
help her cause here. Got on base last inning when she was hit.
A true test of her confidence here, facing the top of the order in a game for first place in the conference. Maya doing her best Ryan Braun impersonation, getting into the box, extending her right arm up, saying, "Ooh, fair ball."
Close,
Wow,
close.
that was very close.
Nobody questioning it.
Nope, Coach Halverson didn't question it. He was right on top of it down there.
Just outside that bag, so foul ball, 0-1. Pops it up. Got to run
See
it
what
out.
the wind's going to do.
Oh, Nitz hangs on to it.
Boy, those are tough ones.
2 up, 2 down for the Spartans. Shortstop, number 7, Karis Rogers. They need to get those top 2 on
Yeah.
base.
Top of Spartan's order tonight has been pretty quiet, John.
Nice pitch by Conco.
Yep. Karis Rogers, 1 for 2. Single in the first inning and struck out her last time up.
0-1. Foul ball. Oh, into the crowd down there in the right field line. I bet our camera's got a good shot of that one.
Yeah.
0-2, 2 outs. Rogers trying to keep the inning alive here. Goes outside. 1-2. She thought about it.
Yep. Mickelson had that ball frozen right on the corner there, but just outside rather than pull it back in.
Swing and a miss.
And what a confidence builder for the sophomore, Kenzie Conkle.
Bottom of the 6th inning for the Spartans. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. After 6, it's Turner 4, McFarland 1.
Well, important now, John. I mean, you got to hold them at 4 and just hope that somehow manufacture some runs. Again, you got to keep in mind, you got a sophomore on the mound, so.
Well, you got to like the confidence.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Coming in, facing the top.
Yep.
3 batters on a team undefeated in the Rock Valley Conference.
Right.
And you strike 2 of the 3 out.
Right, yep.
Spartans with their backs to the wall here as we go to the top of the 7th. Turner will have 9-1-2.
Right. How important is that for the whole Turner team and the program right here to know that, hey, if Packard's going to be out for some time, that you've got somebody like a Conkle that come in and do the job.
Well, and proven programs like Turner, you know, will have those kids develop every couple of years. You've got that pitcher coming in and
Okay.
leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Trojans, the shortstop, number 10, Carson Nitz.
Well, John, at least for our one game that we're doing this year, our softball game, we picked out the top game, the top team in the conference, and the #1 ranked team in the state. So
that's right. We missed
the
the Monona Grove game, didn't we?
Yeah, we missed the Monona Grove game. Yep, weather. But I'll tell you, this is a treat always to watch these better teams in the state and that.
Oh yeah.
And how much fun too for our Spartan kids to be able to go out and play against the best. That's what you want to do.
Got to remember to remind the fans that they can see this game too. So
yeah, in between
McFarland cable.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to point out. And then they will have the option always of also just turning down the sound and just watching the game.
Well, we're assuming the sound works.
Yeah,
we never know.
Again, I want to give a shout out here again, and I haven't done it enough tonight. I only did it one time. Oh, there's a shot by Nitz. Said that's why they've got her down at the bottom of the order. She's their second leading batter percentage-wise.
Center fielder, number 3, Maya Hill Brown.
Let's recognize Stephanie the Queen Miller, Andrew the Mastermind Day, Patrick from the Twin Cities Morn, Benny Becks, and Smilin' Ryan Denzer. Hats off to all 5 of you guys out there. Again, we don't have a monitor, but we can only assume, and I can tell you from looking at last year's broadcast, excellent footage, and you guys all just do such a wonderful job and providing special memories, again, not only for our Spartan girls, but also girls and guys from other schools, John. I actually had one of our basketball players come up to me one of the last games of the year, and he said, "You're not going to believe this." He said, "I had a kid from the other team in warm-ups tonight come up to me and say, 'Hey, how's it going, Blender?'" which is the nickname that I gave him during the year. So it's kind of neat to see how kids even from other schools and that follow along to our broadcasts.
That's why we have to be nice to those other schools.
Well,
didn't have to be that way in the old days, but now you have to.
And I'm loving it. My son's loving it. He gets to watch these games in Columbia, South America. So he gets to stay in touch with Spartan Nation.
There's a called strike, 2-2.
We used to have the Hefty family over, what, China? Yep, and now they are in Austria, I think. Austria and Africa, yeah, splitting that. So it's kind of neat, you know. This is a way that
swing and a miss.
People can stay connected.
Third baseman, number 1, Trinity Fry.
Maya Hill Brown, that was her 3rd K of the night. So Hovland's kind of had her number. Yep. Trinity Fry, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and a ground out.
I didn't even see
Again,
that.
the
What
wind,
happened?
the wind just playing havoc with that. It was a little
Hit.
can of corn fly ball. It got knocked down in between out in the right center. Spartans couldn't get to it.
Number 5, Sammy Kroll.
Five for 8. It sounds like some.
Clouded over pretty good
Yeah.
here now all of a sudden. And
Well, I think we got lucky with the weather here today because it was supposed to. We were thinking about whether or not to even bring the equipment out and still do this game today because of the weather, but called and we had a projection it was going to rain and stop about 2:30, and actually just had a few sprinkles around the 2 o'clock hour, and
fouled back on the bunt.
everybody on our production staff said, nope, we're going for it because they knew, big game like this, and we hadn't given the softball team, Dave Halverson, John Kepsel, they do such a good job with this program and that. They like to recognize as many kids and what they're doing in athletics and other venues here as we can. So kudos for the staff for another well done production here tonight. So again, appreciate it, guys and gals. Stephanie Miller, the queen.
So
Again.
1-1 to Kroll.
Have to understand how long it took them to set up out here with all the wires and the cameras and everything else out here. You're extending things all the way from the outfield. We've got a camera right on the backstop behind home plate.
Maya nearing that 130 pitch mark.
Oh,
here.
jeepers. And I started counting them, and then I kind of forgot here. So I've got to believe you're right, John. We got to be up about 130.
For a 7-inning game, that is a lot of pitches.
Yep.
2-2 on Kroll, batting for Packard. That's a strike.
And that would be
2
strikeout
outs.
number 12.
Catcher, number 2, Olivia Mickelson.
Good to hear this too. I love to hear the positive support these kids are getting from the fans. And, hey, you're down 4-1, but still, I'll tell you what, you applaud positive efforts.
Do you realize Turner has doubled their hit output for the game here in the 7th inning with 2 hits?
With
they
2
have a total
hits.
of 4. Spartans
Yeah.
just 1 hit.
It's really been an unusual game, hasn't it, John?
Yeah.
Fundamentals, right? And pass balls. If you could
Strike.
eliminate all of the pass balls that happened in that 1 inning, right now at worst we'd be sitting at 2-1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the 4 runs.
Although they gifted us a run on the overthrow to first base, the Redders came all the way around for first base and scored on.
Should go around. Nope.
Nope.
So 1-1 to Mickelson.
Olivia Mickelson, a strikeout, a single, and an E5.
Runner's going to go. Runners advance. Ball in the dirt. So now it's 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs, 2-1 to Mickelson. Couple of big insurance runs out there for the Trojans.
Yep.
They're going to walk Mickelson.
And here comes Phobes to the plate, who's been our
First
pass-
baseman, number 12, McKenna Phobes.
When she's been at bat, there have been 4 pass balls. So we shall see what happens this go round.
Oh, that's a fair ball down the line. Nope.
Nope.
Foul. Wow.
Boy, that kicked up some white chalk down there, didn't it, John?
It's dust. Can't tell. Again, I don't have a good angle here.
No
but
complaints from the coach down
it's
there.
a strike either way.
Yep.
0-1 though. Phobes will keep your outfield guessing now. Right fielder not too far off the line. Ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Gotta close this out here at 4-1 if we had any chance of coming back here in this bottom of the 7th, John.
1-1, 2 outs. Ground ball, long throw. Got her. Got her at first. Nice play by Karis Rogers.
Wow.
For Turner in the top of the 7th inning, no runs, 2 hits. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th.
Well, John, I just want to say again here as we head into the bottom of the 7th, but again, a real pleasure to get back together with you, seeing as though we kind of lost our basketball reporting over the years and that. We get together for football when you're not at the MIS,
Yeah, I think I've
Madison
only got,
International Speedway. We only did one football game together last year.
I've only got.
Don't worry, I got them all covered, Coach Ackley.
I think I've got that opener. I think it's September 7th.
Because I did 3 of the 4 games by myself last year, and then you joined me for the last one, I believe.
I think this year I only may have 1 conflict. Of course, if it rains, then I don't have any. So.
Right. Volleyball, you did by yourself. No, you did. Who'd you grab for that?
I've recruited a few people.
Yeah, you
Leah
had to
Lackey
recruit.
helped me with that.
I had to get rid of that. I know. I'm like Colonel Klink or something. I know nothing about volleyball. That wasn't very good one. All I could do to comment was go, ooh, wow.
I just pretend I do. And
Well, it's just such a pleasure doing these games with you. And tonight we've been blessed
thank
with
you,
our
Bill.
athletic director also, Paul Ackley,
It's
sitting
fun.
down to our left. Oh, we have more
Well,
fun.
we wouldn't do it if it wasn't
No.
fun. So.
We just have more fun. Like I said, I know it's more than just a broadcast.
Leading off for the Spartans, the catcher, number 5, Morgan Richter.
Have a lot of fun trying to bring some extra little stories and sidelights and tidbits and some crazy little things, songs, sayings, whatever.
0-1 here. Got to be aggressive at the plate
Yep.
here. You're down 3.
Absolutely.
Cleanup hitter Morgan Richter leading off. So 4-5-6 here for the Spartans. Outside corner, 0-2.
Wow. Morgan Richter, a ground out and a strikeout so far in her previous 2 appearances. You can see Conkle's confidence just growing.
Ground ball right back to the pitcher. 1-3, 1 out. Right fielder, number 2, Lizzie Fortune.
Again, big confidence builder too for Conkle coming in and, like I said, a first place ball game like this. Cole.